Please note, this session.
So first of all, you create a parameter, then you use the same parameter in a calculated field, and then you can use that calculated field either in filters or you can put it into the data view. So this cycle need to be completed with any implementation of parameters.
Okay. So it's not possible to just do calculated field alone.
No. Calculated field you can create alone. I'm saying
Okay.
with parameter a calculated field is must. But calculated field can be created alone. For that there is no requirement of parameter. Okay. It is parameter who needs a calculated field, but not a calculated field needs a parameter.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I get it.
Okay, and I mean groups and sets are very requirement basis. They will not be used a lot. But again, if there is a specific requirement, then only kind of good group or sets will be required in your projects. So take a look of that also. Those are of less priority, but again, you should know that. So, but these calculated field and parameter, they will be used everywhere.
Yeah, I noticed. It's like it's a must.
Yes. Right. So, I mean, would you like to share anything here, or how should we go about it? Because I was thinking, like, if you or Smriti will submit their project, we can continue on that.
Yeah, we can continue with what we have yesterday. I now change. Let me share my.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Let me share my screen. I wanted to create a parameter for top 10 for the top 20. So I created a parameter for the top 20, which is this one.
Can you just click and edit? The current value is 20. Okay. Basically, see, a parameter gives you freedom. Over here, likewise, you have mentioned top 20. So 20 is the default value, but you can change it to any value, whatever you want, right? So means top, if you put 10, it will show you top 10. If it will show 20, it will show top 20. If it will show mention 30, it will show you top 30, right? That's a behavior of this parameter. Okay, you have given the range also, like 1 to 20. Fine. So between 20, 1 to 20, you can put anything. Fine. Let's go ahead.
So for this, the current value should be 20, and the range will not exceed 20, right?
Yeah, the range is 1 to 20. You can put a default value to anything, maybe 5, 10, 20, whatever you want. It should not be more than 20, or it should not be less than 1.
Okay, all right, okay. So now I got the parameter. I was kind of confused on how to use it in the calculated field. So that's what I was trying to figure it out.
Right. I think in this case, do we need calculated field? Okay, fine. Just try to put 10 here in the parameter. Try to put 10, not here, on the screen itself.
Okay,
not on edit. Yeah, here. I think there is a scroll, right? In the bottom, you need to scroll that.
Okay.
No, there is a bar, right? Yeah. Okay. So it's already implemented, right?
Okay.
So as of now, it is 10. It shows 10. So I think you have already applied this filter on employee number, is it? top 20. Can you just go to this filter and edit that employee number? Filter in the filters card.
Okay.
Yep. Edit top. Okay, top 20. And yeah, I mean, you have already implemented this, right? Okay, this is the scenario wherein you don't need I think calculated field. Yeah, that's not required here.
Okay. So now the calculated field is not required here, right?
Uh-huh.
So why can't I use our filter instead?
Which filter you are not able to use?
No,
Mhm.
using instead of calculated field, why can't, like yesterday what I did, I didn't create a parameter for this.
Mhm.
I created a filter, I went to field, created chose the top 20 monthly income, and that was it.
Mhm. So you can do that. So in the challenge in that situation would be that that will be fixed to 20. You will not be able to change. Over here you have a freedom that uh, user can select 20, 10, 1, anything between 20. You just saw it, right? In the parameter you have selected 10. It's showing top 10 right now,
Okay.
right? But if you apply filter from here, that will be a fixed filter and user will not be able to change the way they are changing it here. That's why do it through parameters.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And similarly you can show top bottom 10 also.
Okay.
Okay, now this gives me an idea of showing a visualization wherein before I go to that point, uh, uh, anything else you want to discuss on this?
Now
Mhm.
we created the parameter for this, and you are like, now we don't need a calculated field for this. So how do we know if we need a calculated field?
Okay, so
After creating the
anywhere,
parameter.
right? See, the thing was over here in this particular filter. If you just click again on the top end 20, the drop down, what you are getting in the filter, yeah. So over here it takes directly parameter as input, right? So it is written here also like enter a value or create a new parameter,
Okay.
right? So it gives the values or dynamic values through a parameter. But there are few cases wherein you need to kind of bind your data with parameters, right? What I mean, you need to kind of apply few conditions over some fields. In that case you need to create a custom field. So what happened, there are two ways: either basis parameter you will be changing your value, or basis parameter you will be changing your filter condition. So in these two conditions you might need, I mean, you need a calculated field with parameters. Okay.
I didn't get that. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. So basically, can you just cancel this pop-up? Yeah, just cancel this dialog box. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, let's say a parameter, in a parameter, this, let's say you have few examples. No, sorry, a few options, right? And basis the option selected, you want some action to be taken,
Okay.
right? So now, if that action is related to some, let's say, okay, for example, let's say you have you gave option as fail and pass, right? Or success
Yeah.
or failure, right?
Mm.
Let's say these two flags which you have mentioned, and you want, if I select success, I want all those records which fall like within 2020, right? If any record which I want to see of 2020, they should be marked as success,
Mhm.
and anything prior to that should be marked as failed, right?
Mhm.
So we are talking about here another field which will define a label to a particular record, whether that record is of success type or fail type.
Okay.
Right. So in this scenario, you need a calculated field, and basis that you would know, okay, if I select success, I would know like how many records I have related to success category and how many records I have related to fail category. So in that case, you would need a calculated field, right? Because we are creating another dependency like a flag or maybe label. So in those scenarios, you need a calculated field.
Okay.
Right, because we are talking about a third field, right? We said that in parameter we are selecting something, but I want a label to be drawn, or I want a flag to be created for my data. So in order to bind with data, you need a calculated field with parameter. Over here we are not binding it. Over here we are simply filtering it out basis the number given in this particular parameter.
Okay.
Right.
So
Hmm.
in other ways, like now we want top 20 we want like now we want top 20 people
Mhm.
that that were successful. So after creating the parameter, we now create a calculated field for it, just like what I
Yeah,
did yesterday.
yeah. For this view, I mean the scenario what you have created for this calculated field is not required. It is already showing top 20 or top 18, whatever you will, move that scroll bar to.
Okay. Okay. I got it.
Now, okay, the way you have created this top 20, can we create bottom 20 also?
Okay. Now yeah, yeah. But this also says create parameter, but it doesn't give show what the last if I go through the filter, it
Mhm.
shows different dialog box. Why is it so or range?
Uh, yeah, you can select range. It will show. But yeah.
So current value should be bottom 22.
Right. See, top and bottom you're not defining in this parameter, right?
Okay.
That was just the name. You're not defining top 20 or bottom 20 here. You're defining top 20 or bottom 20 into your filter criteria. From
Okay.
parameter, you are just simply passing a number, right?
Okay.
This is just the number what you define here. So I believe another parameter is not required. Are you getting? I mean, this parameter is basically not required here. Just one parameter will kind of work for both.
Okay. This one will work for both, right?
Yep. I mean, one parameter will work for both top 20 as well as top bottom.
Okay. So maximum for like this maximum, I can put any amount, right?
I mean, is it not? This is not required actually. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that another parameter we need not to create,
Okay.
right? Just cancel this parameter here. Now, go to that employee number once again. The filter employee number. Yeah. Edit filter and select over here in the top at the place of top. Select bottom by the field. Yeah. So the same thing will work in this case. If you apply this filter,
Okay. Okay.
because
So
top and 20 is just the name, right?
okay. 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 Let's try it. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I got it now.
Right. So let's do one thing. Relationship set and all you have already created. So top 10 and top. Okay. I'm looking for a way so that we should be able to kind of automate this. Can you just right click again on that filter? That filter employee number? Do we set anything like create set? Yes. Just click on this create set and name it as a bottom 10. Just simply say bottom right now. Don't say 10 or any number. Simply bottom. Right. Click on OK. So one set we have created. Now just again go back to that filter and edit and select the top which we already had. Yeah. Apply and OK. And we'll create that set again and we'll call it top. So right click, create set. No, not edit. Go back. Right click and then you will see that create set. Yeah. And call it as top. Okay. That's it. Click on OK. So over here, if you see under sets, there are two sets which have been created. Right? Below measures, if you'll see that set block, sets block, there are two sets now. One is related to our top items and another is related to bottom items. Now, what we are planning to do is we'll combine these both sets. Okay. So let's call it, yeah, right click over here on the top one only, top set, and right click. Say, okay, we have create combine. Yeah, create combined set. And all the members in both the sets. Fine. You can name it some, yeah, name it first of all combined set. And in sets, you need to select one. So right now, sets top is selected. Here you need to select bottom. No. I mean, you need to select both actually. So in one you will have top, in one you will have bottom. Yeah. Right now, okay. So this one set we have created. Now can we move to another sheet right now? Just insert another sheet. Yep. Now, okay. So combined set. Okay. Why to create from the scratch? Just go back to that original sheet and duplicate it, because we need to just apply this filter over there. Yeah. Duplicate. And over here, just remove this employee number from the filters. No, not from there. From the filters area I wanted. So Control Z. Yeah. Now from filters, remove this and drag this combined set over here in the filters. Right. So do you see something?
Yeah.
What this view is showing?
I think it's combined the top 10 and the bottom 10. The top, is it top 10 we did? Okay, whatever. It combined the top and bottom.
Correct, correct. Now, if you try to change the number in parameter, let's see whether it is changing or not. Right now it is 10. Let's change that to maybe 5 or 15. So change it to some other number. Okay. It's changing, right?
Yeah.
So this is also, sometimes we get this scenario. Like in a one visualization, I want to show top 10 and top bottom both. Or this is the dynamic way of doing that. You have
Okay.
top 10 and top bottom in the same visualization, and you are using parameter to kind of automate this. So it's dynamic.
Okay.
So you will be using what? Sets in order to create top 10 and top bottom. We have
Okay.
used a parameter, we have used a set, and basically two sets, and we combine that in order to create this view.
Okay.
Right.
So whenever we're given a project, so it's left for the developer discretion to know how to go about the project.
I mean, it's not whole soul responsibility of developer that just create anything from scratch. It is, developer should be kind of, he should discuss that with business analyst or product owner also, right?
Okay.
Right. I mean, until unless the requirements are not understood by developer, what will he create, right? So first of all, requirements need to be discussed with product owner and business analyst, and once requirements are final, right, then a kind of blueprint need to be created, blueprint or prototype, and that need to be discussed with the, again, shared with the business owner or product owner or business analyst, and accordingly, these things will go in development.
Okay.
Right. It can happen in one or two, I mean, at least two, yeah, two meetings. So that in one you can discuss the requirements, in other you can share the prototype, and then you can finally complete the product or project.
Okay, I got it. So in the case of the product owner, once it's to be done, once the job to be done, and he doesn't have an idea of what he wants, how do you also go about that?
You mean a product owner doesn't want how to, I mean, what exactly need to be done? Is it?
Yeah, the product owner has brings a project, but he doesn't have an idea of what he wants. The product owner, the product owner doesn't have an idea of what he wants. So
No, but a product owner is, if let's say bringing a project, he would know, he or she would know, right, that what is the requirement. Maybe in a documented format. I'm not saying that everything will be in their mind, but some kind of requirement will be there, right? Either it will be documented, or there has to be something. Otherwise, what project is all about, right? There has to be something very high level, maybe. If it is high level, then generally what we do, right, I'll tell you. In big projects, what happened, we just get a statement in project charter that this need to be done, right, in one liners. Then what we do, we start our discussions with different stakeholders, right, different people, parties involved in that project, or maybe the business people who are involved in that project. And then those business people, those stakeholders, they come up with their specific requirement. Like, if they say that they wanted to see a dashboard, I mean, it could be possible, right? In the project charter, they will mention that I need a leadership dashboard, right? That is not a complete requirement. It is just they are talking about on 360 level, or way at very from very 360-degree view, that they want a dashboard. But what in dashboard, right? That granular level information, measures, KPIs, those things are not there So for that, in order to investigate or in order to get the clear picture that what is required in terms of dashboard, a business owner as well as developer, they need to discuss with different stakeholders. Then they will know, okay, different stakeholders have a different requirement, and those things will be clubbed, and then one dashboard will be created. So somebody would like to see maybe a trend chart, somebody would like to see your bar chart, somebody would like to see some comparison, and basis that you will come up with a dashboard. So this is a kind of I mean, if requirements are not clear, then definitely some discussion is required. Then only you can come up with the requirement.
Okay. Got it.
All right. So over here, did you try any map-based chart?
I've not tried the map.
Yep. Yeah. Try that. Let's see. Do we have any map-related field, geographical field over here?
No, except we need to pull out one.
We don't have any geographical field here. So maybe you
Okay.
can connect to sample superstore and then you can,
Okay.
yeah, at least try a map chart also. Because in every dashboard, I think if you can represent something in geographical map, that looks better. So just connect to
So,
sample superstore.
okay. Okay. Do you want me to connect it now or later?
Yeah, you can do it right now.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, so just connect to any geographical field and try to create a map. Sample superstore, yeah.
State. No, it's not showing properly.
Yeah, but do you know what it is?
Is this a map too?
Yeah, this is also, see what is happening. You have a state in column. In column, you have states. So what it is doing is it's plotting all the states. The signs or the images what you see here on the screen, those are nothing but those state maps of these different states.
Okay, map of different states. So, in this case, okay, map. Okay, these are map of different states.
Yep.
It shouldn't be states. It should be cities, right?
You can do that also. What I simply wanted to say, like, this is correct. This is not a wrong map, but yes, you can show it in the exactly like a global map. That would be better
Okay, global
for
map.
user perspective.
So how do I do that?
Yeah, you can go to show me, select over here, and now on top of this, put some, maybe sales or profit, anything whichever you want to show on labels. You can represent the same with circle or some other icons as well.
You mean the maps?
Yeah, on the maps. So if you kind of just drag something on size, just on the mark side, see the drop down over there, you will have shapes on marks. Yep. No, not here. Go top where you see the map. Yeah, drop down, and then you will see some other options. So maybe you can select circle or shapes, whichever you want you can select. Right, so you see, and now try to increase the size. Have we put anything on size? No, we have not. We have not. So just put profit or sales, anything out of those onto size. Right, and just increase the size a bit. Just click on that size card and try to scroll it a bit. Fine, fine, fine. That's much. So now if you see on the chart, basically for different states, wherever you have a good sales, you will have a bigger circle, or wherever you have a small sales, or let's say sales is not that good, over there your circle will be very small in size.
Okay.
Right. And the colors are basis profit. So basically, if you have a blue color, which means there is a huge profit, and if it is color is towards orange color, orange or yellow, whatever it is, that means it is a less or lower side of profit,
Mm.
right? Because that you have that scale, right?
Mm.
So that's how you can show it here, and yeah, you can rest of the filters you can apply over here also. If you want to see only one particular maybe city, or not city, basically the state and all, you can do that. So let's try to do that also. Drag the state on filter. Let's see how it comes up. State on filter. Yeah, all the values apply. Right click, show quick filter. Yeah, show filters. And over here, if you just select as show one, I mean single value drop down. So what it will do, it will show only one state at a time. Right. Whichever you will select, it will show that particular state. And if you want to show everything, just select all and it will show the complete map. Right?
Mm.
And okay, just drag, we have sales and profit, right? Drag order date onto the pages card. We want to show that action chart here. Yeah. Order date to pages card.
To where?
Page, the top card which you have. Pages. Right? And here, just right click over here because it is in the year format, right? You can change that into maybe month or quarter. Yeah. So right, just wait for a minute. So in the drop down, you have first of all, see, you can see year twice in the drop down. First of all, year says only 2015, and this year says 2015. But if you go to quarter, first quarter says Q2, and over here quarter says Q2 2015. You see the difference, right? First
Yes.
one is simply the date name, and over here it is the date value. So select the date value, and maybe you can select months. Yeah, select month. So May 2015. Fine, select that. So what will happen in your data now, everything will work by month and year combination. So you see there is a control which got added here, the play control.
The, this
uh,
control.
yes, if you
Okay.
click on this drop down, yeah, just click on the drop down. So you have all the months in your data, right? Now do one thing. Yeah, show history. Click on show history and select all first of all. In mark, for marks, click on all. Right. Is length okay? Length will not be enabled here. For show, select both. Marks and trails both.
Mark and
Below that. Yeah, both. And format, marks format, you can select maybe some color, give some color over here. That none, yeah. Is it enabled? Yeah. Select some color. Okay, fine, I think. Okay, now maybe try to play this. Let's see how it comes up. So when I say play, basically, you have a stop and play button, right? In this control itself.
this is stuff.
Yeah, this stop or pause, and this is the play one. Yeah. Just click on it. Right. So you'll see throughout your data how your data has been changing. It will show you that flow for the entire time period. Can you just stop it? And there is one more option which we saw in the latest version. What Tableau version you have?
19.
19. Okay, that option came into 2020 and it's called animation. So the way we are.
I got that 2020, but whenever I try to do something, nothing shows on it. I don't know if I didn't install it properly.
Just click on help. Let's see what it is. Help. Last option about Tableau. So it's 2019. Okay. I think this is what.
I
Yeah,
got 20.
I think.
This is 2020.
Okay. Maybe, I mean, if it is the 2020 is also installed, maybe you can uninstall 2019. Then that will become your default software.
Okay, is that why it's not working properly?
I mean, both of them will work properly. That's not an issue. The only thing is, like in 2020, you have one or two additional features. There is no major difference. It's one or two features they have added. Right? One is related to maps and one is related to animation. So that's the only difference what you will get. Otherwise, both have the same functionality, no major differences.
Okay.
So yeah, you can just cancel it, and if you want, you can play that again. So it will complete the total data journey or the data elements what you have. And for a particular instance, whether the profit was, it was a profitable sales or it was a sales with a loss, it will show you the colors. So if it is blue, which means you are making the profit. If it was orange, which that shows that you are not making the profit. Okay, so I think it stopped, right? December 2017, it stopped. So maybe is it the maximum data we have, or?
I think that's the maximum.
Okay, okay, then it's fine. Yep. So yeah, this is how you can show your this into presentations, and in those type of like meetings and all, these type of charts look better if you use animation or something moving or something with action. Did you try to create a donut chart by your own?
Yeah, I've done that once, twice.
Okay, fine. Any challenges?
The donut chart is not difficult.
Fine. Okay, and the dual combination chart, basically one trend line and one bar chart.
Those ones are not difficult. I just need to practice them. Those ones, they're not. The charts are not. They're not. They're not the problem. I just calculated feed and parameter, but I'm getting the logic now.
Okay, let's create then hierarchy, dynamic hierarchy then, right? I told you, right? Like basis parameter, you can either show. Okay, first of all, let's okay, create new sheet over here. We'll use parameter and calculated field just now. So what we are planning to do, like in data view, we'll be showing table. Sorry, we'll be showing profit or percent or sales, depending on what user selects.
Profit on by region.
So yeah, we can do that by region.
Does it make sense this way?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, basically what I mentioned, I want to give user a flexibility so that they can select either profit or sales. So right now it was profit. If I give a parameter option and I let them select sales, it should show me sales. That's what we want. Okay. So let's create one parameter here.
Sales, right?
Sales or profit. Yeah, because we are going to put both here. Right? Sales or profit, or maybe you can call it measure, so that whatever we want we can select. Say select measure. Don't say sales measure, say select measure. Right? And under this, we will have it in form of string. So the data type will be string, and we'll define a list over here. So over here you can mention sales, profit, quantity, and discount, whichever you want. I mean, whichever you can mention all if you want. Okay. Yeah, you can click on OK. Now we need to create a calculated field, because see, uh, we have this parameter ready, but how we are going to change the dimension, sorry, change the measure into our data view, right? In order to do that, we need a calculated field. So if you just right click on this parameter and click like show parameter control.
So what did we have to create a discount, profit, quantity?
I'm coming to that. So
Okay.
yeah, just right click on the parameter first of all and say show parameter control. Okay, in this you will see like there is a list of sales, profit, quantity, discount, all that you will get here,
Okay.
right? Now let's go ahead and create one calculated field so that we can bind our data and this measure, this parameter. So say calculated field, you can name it maybe my measure or something. And here we'll define that condition, like if parameter has sales, then we should see sum of sales. So if say what what is the name of parameter? Select measure. Type select measure here. Yeah, select is equal to no just sign equal to. right? And in single quotes or double quotes, because we need to define string, so we'll say sales, one value at a time. So sales, uh, quotes will be closed here. Then we need to take sum of sales. So space and then sum of sales. Bracket start, sales, bracket close, right? So first condition is like, if my select measure is equal to sales, then this. Else, what is the second condition?
Yes, if select measure equals profit, then sum of profit.
Correct. So we need to write those. I mean, we'll be writing the similar condition for profit, discount, and quantity in the same in the same field. So you can over here only, yeah. Else we need to use else if together. Uh, they'll be together, yeah.
Because it's continuing. It's continuing.
Yes.
Yes, if select.
Mhm.
Continue on the other line as it's going to be a straight line.
You can write, I mean, see, until unless the syntax and sequence is fine, right? You can write in a single line, or maybe you can change. See, for better understanding, it's better if you put it into separate lines.
Yeah. I think that's all. So it should be end, right?
Mhm. Right.
Hello, Vincent.
Now, you can just change your sum profit, the measure which you have here. Just drag that. I mean, you can remove that from here and drag your new measure. Correct. Right. So just click on show labels. Show labels basically on the yeah, fine. So if you see here now, right now, okay, it's okay, region. So what it is sales. Fine. If you
Mm.
select something else in your parameter, for example, let's say if you select discount, let's see what it shows. In parameter, if you select discount, it will show you the discount field. Right. Now my question would be here. Okay, sum of discount, the total discount what we have given. Okay, fine, it will work. Similarly, it will change for profit, it will change for sales and quantity also, right? But for end users, let's say I'm looking at the dashboard, if I don't focus on the measure, sorry, the parameter what we have created, I may get confused, right? Exactly that what number it is showing at this moment, isn't it?
Yes.
Right? So for that, just click on the sheet 2, the name what you see there, title at the top. You see sheet 2 there? Yeah, just click on
This
that.
one. Okay.
So over here, just no, don't use title. Maybe you can say something else, maybe summary or something else. Yeah,
I thought you said title. um,
simple say bar chart right now. 8 bar chart hyphen. Give some sign over here. Hyphen, and then click on insert. There is an insert sign, right? And go to parameter dot select measure. Yeah. Now whatever formatting you want to do that. Middle alignment or anything. Okay. So now it says bar chart discount. So whatever value you are going to select in parameter, it will show you that value only. So if you select sales, just select sales into parameter. See? So now it is dynamic. Dynamically you are changing the name, and user will also not get confused at what measure it is showing at this moment.
okay.
Right? So one visualization, 4 measures with parameter, and that too dynamic. So we can use this chart for multi-purpose uses, right? We can show many measures here. We had only 4 right now, so we've shown those. We can have similarly we can change the dimensions also. For example, dimensions, we have a region right now. We can create another parameter and create it for dimensions. So in that we can take category, city, country, region, state, city, whatever we want, product name we want, right?
Right.
Yep. So that is one. Any other such use case, if you can recall?
I didn't get that.
Okay, I was asking, just think of some other use cases similar use cases, because these type of requirements you will get.
Oh, use case. Well, how we can implement the calculated field, right?
Yep. So here we have implemented calculated field, we have implemented parameters together. Okay, just create a word map. Sorry, not word map. Sorry, word cloud. Because few places we need that also. So word cloud.
For customer ID or
Custom ID. You can take region, or I mean anything which has less values. Because if you go by product, you will have huge text. If you go by, but it has very less. Central, east, south, west. It has only 4 values. So, I mean, maybe you can take category, right? Under category, we have, sorry, a subcategory, not category. Category again has around 3 values only. Subcategory has 12. Fine. So we wanted to create a word cloud, right? So for
yes.
word cloud, we need to drag anything on text card. So at the place of putting this onto rows, we need to put it on text. Right? And we need to remove this from rows shelves. Okay. We got, yeah, that's all. We got the text here. But right now it is without any formatting. That's why we got a plain text in a simple line. What we need to do is we need to kind of give shape or color by some measures. So over here you can drag something, maybe quantity or sales or profit, whichever you want. So that is on color, something on size too. Right? And in the drop down above, you see automatic, right? That is a square which is selected, rectangle. Select text. Here we go.
Practice, practice, practice.
Correct. I mean, that is the only way uh, for success. So
But
this,
I want to try to get something to do as soon as possible. If not,
Mhm,
I don't forget the little I know too.
mhm. No, so that was the reason, right? Yesterday I asked you to kind of get started right now. Just prepare your resume and start, submit it so that you can start getting calls.
Yeah, that's
So,
what I'm gonna do.
right, because as many calls or interviews you will face, then you will get a lot of confidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over there in India, what's the starting rate for Tableau?
The starting range, you mean salary? You are asking?
So yeah, salary.
Yeah, so in India, basically, see, again, it depends. Like if you go as a Tableau developer, then you will get in Indian currency, it will be around, you know, 2.5 to 4 lakhs. So yeah,
Monthly.
2.4 lakhs to 2.5 to 4 lakhs. Let me just convert that into dollars. I'll tell you.
Monthly.
No, 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 no. It's annual I'm talking about.
Okay. But India pays monthly, right?
Yeah.
For associates, The 2 point something, 2.5 lakh, is it for junior developer?
For the junior developer. So monthly, I mean, it will like 4 lakhs is the high range I'm talking about, 4 lakhs. So that will come up to around, 5.7 thousand dollars per year. If you convert that into month, that will be somewhere around $500 to $600, the max what a person will make in India.
$600 monthly?
Yeah, that's monthly.
Okay, for a junior developer.
Yeah, for a junior developers. Yeah.
Okay. And in India, the competition is, I know the competition will be much.
Hmm.
I know the competition will be high.
Yeah, correct. Now, can we apply the same kind of logic here? I mean, when we dragged date onto the pages card, we would know, like, in a particular year which particular category was on high. So
Okay.
date into pages card, and we can just simply run that. So it will show you that type of, yeah. No, it's not there yet.
We do month of what? A month.
Not from that category. Go down and then select, yeah, from just above this. Select any of these categories. Yeah, yeah. You can increase the size a little bit, because right now size I can see it seems very small. So yeah, click on size. No, not here. On the size. Not clicking, right? Because okay, we have quantity over there. That's why. Fine. You can continue like this only. We'll see. So if you play this from the beginning, yeah, it'll keep changing and will tell you that at a particular moment how things have changed, which have been our most profitable subcategory for that particular time period. So generally binders, papers, these things have been high. Okay, okay. So yeah, I mean, these are the different ways you can make your dashboard look better. So we have trend. Okay, yeah, let's do some forecasting also. Maybe just create a trend and then we'll do the forecasting.
Should create a trend, another page.
Yeah, another page.
What do you mean by creating a trend?
So trend line basically will show the trend of profit in
Okay.
different years. Mhm. So order date and sum of profit. Right, let's switch the rows and columns. So our year is on x-axis and profit is on y-axis, right? Now just drag this profit and put it into size. Drag profit and put it into size. Yeah, size. Yeah. Okay, and you can convert that year into year and month combination. So not like this, not like this. We'll just right click and change the type. Yeah, the same month. Correct. So you'll see how your profit is going up and down between different months, starting from I think 2011 or whichever, I mean 14, and up to 2017. Now, in order to do forecasting, right? In order to do forecasting, we can simply right click on this trend, on the trend line, just right click, and you will see forecast option. Show forecast. Yeah, click on it. Right. And then further, this is the default. It has shown as a simple moving average. If you just right click again on this forecasted area, right click on this forecasted area, the gray, the area where you see the color. Yeah. Right click over here, forecast, and forecast options. So over here you can change few more things. So right now it is showing for exactly 13 months, but if you want, you can change that for how long you want this to be shown. So you can select either exact.
Smriti here.
Hey Smriti, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep, great. So yes, Smriti, I mean we are just going through kind of recap of different charts. So right now we are working on this forecast, and Bio is doing it. So
Okay.
yeah, Bio, you can select. See, in the first option you see exactly whether you want to show it for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or maybe you can change those into several other units. So yeah, you can try those options. So this for 1 year. If you wish, you can show it for 2 years, 3 years. So whatever time period you want to kind of show, it will go up to that. Yep. So click OK, maybe. And if you click on this line which shows in the graded area, that will show some equation also. Is it showing any equation? Okay, not like this. Just right click and say explain forecast or describe forecast. Yeah.
I'm not seeing.
No, right click on it.
Okay.
Go to forecast, then describe forecast. Last option. Over here you will see that equation. So if you look into, okay, go to model tab. There is summary and then there is a model. So click on models. See at top if you see, yeah. So these are the basically different parameters what it has used. Model trend, additive, season none. It's not using seasonality right now. And the alpha, beta, gamma different values are these. And RMSE, then MAE. So moving average, right? So these are different other factors which are part of statistics. Even I don't know most of these, right? So if I go into a statistical model, then definitely I need to know this. But if I'm using Tableau or working on SQL, right, these are getting generated automatically. I need not to kind of put my brain into here. But yes, it's good to know if you know it. It's a statistical measures which are used while creating a model. So some of this like alpha value is very important. I know that. Similarly, the moving average, that is also important, but other factors I really don't know that. If you're going for high-end data modeling, not the database modeling, I'm talking about statistical modeling, then these things will be required for statisticians. right? But for data scientists, it's good to know, but it's not mandatory for them,
Okay.
right? But we didn't see the equation. Just click on summary once again, because I remember last time. Okay, I think we need to create a trend. Then, yeah, just click on the summary tab. Forecast forward, ignore pattern. Okay, I don't see that equation here too. Cancel it or close it. In the graded area, if you just can I take the control?
Okay.
I'm just looking for options so that I can take some control and try to do it.
Okay.
I don't know. No, I don't see. Okay, fine. I don't see any option to take control here. But okay, fine. Just try to click on the actual trend, the whole trend, old trend which we had. Just right click on that once again.
Which one?
Not the yeah, the original trend. This is the forecasted, estimated, right? Just click on the actual data we have, starting from 2014 to 17, not 18. Yeah.
Which one? This one?
No, no, no. The old trend which you had without forecasting. Actual trend.
This one?
No, no, no. The trend line what you are getting in the bottom.
Okay.
Yes. This one. Just right click over here and format trend line. Just click on trend lines. Show trend lines. Okay. Now click on this trend line. Okay, over here you have got the equation. Fine. So this was the thing. Over here there is a equation, right? Profit is equal to 0 into month of order date plus 17885.3. Okay, but because we selected only one point, our trend is showing a straight line. Better would be if I select two consistent points against my actual trend, it will show you the equation for our forecasted profit. Right? Just if you can, let's say, select the first point of this data.
The first point?
First point. So starting from 2014, yes. Just select that. Hold, yeah. Select that and hold control button. Right. And click on the last point also. Keep control button holding. Right. Now, right click and show trend. Okay, trend line is already there. Fine. Trend lines. Describe trend model. In the same line, you had third option is describe trend model. Yeah. So over here, so this trend which you have just selected, right? It is going according to our profit, what we are showing right now. And over here, it's a description about, again, in those type of matrices, what you were looking into the forecasted one. So you see SSE is kind of sum squared error. MSE is mean squared error. R squared is standard error. P value. So maybe in your free time just read about these things. It will help you to understand that how basically accuracy of model is being checked. Okay, just scroll down in the same page. So these are some other things like regarding estimate, actual, p value. So all these things will go as per the model what Tableau has created for you, right? Okay. So, I mean, I'm not going into the details of the model, but again, how to create it, that is just on basis of few clicks.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Right. So, Smriti, I mean, did you get time to work on your project?
No, Satya. Yeah, there are a lot of things are going on actually in this project. So those guys are
Okay.
keeping us busy till late night.
Mhm. So, how are you planning now? I mean, the way forward.
And maybe this particular week will be little hectic because of these issues.
Mhm.
But I'm expecting maybe from this weekend because they have planned all this thing till this Friday. So I'm expecting maybe I'll get some time from Friday onwards.
Okay.
But
Because.
this particular morning time I'll be occupied. Satya.
Mhm. Okay.
They
Okay.
are also starting from the same time, 9:30 in the morning.
Okay. Let's see that how we can, complete it for you, because see, I was thinking of to kind of, because from last 2 days we were just doing the revision.
Yeah.
Now I haven't got your resume also, so
Oh,
at least we
sorry, I
can,
forgot.
right, at least we can discuss once, if you want. I mean, if you are interested, then, and
Yes, okay.
accordingly we can, kind of add keywords at least. So for bio, I think he is going to create his resume once again. Once he will kind of create the resume, then again I'll take a look. But in terms of classes, I kind of, wanted to kind of wrap up today, so that
Okay.
whenever required or if there is any specific question, we can meet. But the regular
Yeah.
classes will kind of finish for Tableau,
Yes. Okay.
right?
I'll share my resume today.
Hmm.
Yeah. Then
Okay,
maybe sometime I can catch up.
right. So bio, what do you say? Uh, what is your comfortable level now with, with Tableau?
Um, what should I say?
Hmm.
Introduce.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So see, that's what I said. You need a lot of practice, right? So what we will do, we'll kind of cancel the further meetings, right? Like our regular meetings. But what we will do, uh, we'll keep our group active, WhatsApp group active. So in case there is any question, please post in that group, and as soon as I'm free, maybe we can, if it is required, we can join online meeting, or we can discuss on WhatsApp itself, right?